Okay, let's take a look at how to apply for a job using the internet. Many employers these days want you to initiate your application process by entering information into their website. And it can be kind of intimidating if you're not used to the procedure, but it's actually pretty easy. If you're here at the library, of course, to get started, you want to open up your internet. That's going to be the blue E with the ring around it, and we want to double click on our left mouse button. Okay, I'm just going to pick an employer that we've had before, and I'll just say Captain D's. Okay, since I did a Google search for Captain D's, it gives me their main website here, but if you look underneath, I've also got a link that goes straight to work at Captain D's. So if I'm interested in getting a job there, I can just go straight to that site and get started with my process. Okay, you can tell that we're only seeing a portion of the page because you do have this bar with a lot of pale space below it. If you want to move down the page so you can log in, you can either use the dial on your mouse or click on the button that's pointing down here, this arrow that's pointing down to the bottom of your screen. Okay, and it tells me if I want to apply online, I'll need to go to this site, which is CaptainDsJobs.com. I've got my hand pointing right at it on the screen, so I just need to click on my left mouse button one time and that's going to open up the page for me. Okay, and we've got more blue text here underlined. Those are called links, as you recall. I just want to point at the position that interests me the most and then just click on it, and I'll say cook crew member. Okay, here we need to select a state. As we hover across this map, you'll see that hand's going to come up wherever we can click and go somewhere new. So if I'm interested in West Virginia, I just want to find West Virginia, make sure I've got the hand with the finger pointing, and then click on the mouse. Okay, and it gives me a list of locations here. Again, we've got our bar with the paler space below, so if you want to go down, you can just click that down arrow and that'll take you down the list. Let's say I wanted to apply at Kanawha City. I would click on Apply Now underneath, and then I've got a link here that says Apply Now. It opens up a new web page. That's why you saw that flash on the screen, and now it's loading up for us. And it appears that it didn't load at first, so we're just going to try it again. While this is loading, I'll go ahead and tell you that if you have a chance to create a login or account whenever you're applying for a job, I would recommend that you do it. The advantage there is that it saves your information as you go along, so if we get a storm that knocks the power out, or if you run out of time, what you've done won't be just gone. You can come back and retrieve it and start from where you left off. So I am going to click here on Start Application. It does tell me it may take 20 to 30 minutes to complete. And basically you just go through the steps, just fill in everything that they ask you. The stuff that is marked with this red star is mandatory, so you have to fill that in before you can proceed to the other sections. If they have something that isn't marked with a star, like Social Security number, that's optional, so you don't necessarily have to fill in that blank. And I will just say Joe Public here. 304-888-5555. I'm not going to actually submit this and waste their time. I'm just going to show you the process of how to go through it. I'm basically clicking with my mouse on the left button to put that little blinking line in each of these blanks. When I get down here to this arrow that looks almost like our down arrow on the side, if you click it, it's going to give you a list of all the places you could possibly work. So we've got all of our states, and West Virginia is going to be towards the bottom, of course. So I'm just going to move my menu down and just click on WV right there. You've got the same thing right down here where it says for what position are you applying, and that does have the red star, so we have to pick something. So I'm going to say cook. If you get something like this that has the little circles, you just want to click beside the one that gives the best answer for you. So I've never worked at Captain D's. I'm just going to click here next to no. And once you get to the bottom of your screen, you're going to see another button that says something like continue or proceed or go on. So if you click on it, it's going to take you to the next stage of the application. It looks like they have 5 stages on Captain D. So that's basically all that you'll see when you're applying for these jobs. One other thing that you might have is an option to give them a resume or cover letter. And if you have that on a flash drive that you're bringing to the library, we can help you upload that. So if you wanted to send that to them, you could certainly do so. Just let a staff member know. Once you reach the end, you'll have a button that says something like finished or submit or something like that, and that'll send it on to the people who do the hiring. That's basically it as far as applying for a job. If you do run into problems or have any questions, please let someone at the library know, and we'd be happy to help you out.